Welcome to another stage analysis video. It is Sunday the 12th of April 2026 and gonna start off today's video with a look at the watch list stocks from the weekend post before getting into the regular content. So starting off today with Netflix, NFLX, which, as you note here, obviously potential stage 1 we've got marked out as the moment. So it's been in a stage 4 decline now since breaking down late October, early November, and it's been had a really strong decline down into stage 4. But we did see a change of character at the end of February, early March with the last. I'm not sure if it was an earnings result or not on that one. Let's have a quick. No, it's not earnings because it's earnings this week. So it was a spike up then. So change of character then, which just took it back above the short-term moving averages. You can see we've started to build a potential base. So if we come on to the stage analysis website here, you can see the weekly chart with the Mansfield relative strength line underneath. You can see through the majority of the stage 4 decline, if actually all of the stage 4 decline here. So this was the week that it broke down into stage 4 there. You can see it's been below the Mansfield relative strength 0 line. So it's often what you will see in stage 4. Not always the case, but for the vast majority, they will be underperforming versus the market when they're in stage 4. So you can see this change of character we had on that week where we had the big gap up. And you can see the base that's been starting to form. 10-week moving average has started to turn back up. We got our first close this week back above the 30-week moving average. Stage analysis technical attribute score has increased to a SATA 6 out of 10, so that means it's got 6 of the 10 characteristics that we look for in stage 2 stocks. So we're approaching the stage 2 level here. So currently, you see from down here, we are percent to stage 2 just 2.48% from the current stage 2 level at the moment. So we put the stages background on here. You can see we're just turning towards potential stage 1 here. So close to the stage 2 level, but a long way from the potential stage 4 continuation breakdown level back down there. It's about 25% or so away at the moment to return back through there. So potentially stage 1 at the moment, but obviously we're not yet turned the corner and moved into stage 2. For that, we need to start to see a push through the 200-day moving average here in the near term, starting to close strongly back above that. So Netflix has earnings coming up on Thursday after the close, which is the 16th of the 4th here. So today's the 12th. So we'll see if this can get a gap up in the after hours through its 200-day moving average, potential early stage 2, and how it behaves during the coming weeks. So with the market fluctuations, we can see some obviously very minor markets at the weekend. So what's going on with the geopolitical events at the moment, seems like the market is set to potentially open out lower in the futures by 1% or 2, but obviously that could change by the time the US market opens tomorrow. So we've got 4 days of trading still until the earnings results for Netflix this week. So we want to see, ideally, would want to see it hold above its 21-day moving average in the near term here. So if it does pull back into this kind of $100 area in the near term and hold within there, and then potential from there for a gap and go on earnings. So next up is ALAB, so Astera Labs. Did I annoyingly mark this up on Thursday for the watch list post, but I had more semiconductor stocks than I like to include at once. So I generally don't like to include too many from the same group. So as this was the laggard of the group as such, it was still below its 50-day moving average then. I left this one out on Thursday, but did have a really good move on Friday nonetheless there. That jumped up 15.13%. You can see actually moving back through the previous recent stage 4 breakdown area here, so closing back above and back at the 2024 high level as well. So still below that 200-day moving average. So we've got a Wyckoff spring attempt down here at the bottom of this declining structure here. So your classic sort of structure, but on a slant here. So it's been, as it's moved lower into early stage 4, this is a potential change of character here with the strong close back above that 50-day moving average, but still below the 200-day moving average. So it'll be key to see how it reacts with this 200-day moving average in the near term. So if we look at it on the stage analysis website here, you can see that big, strong, significant bar for the week, the change of character. So the previous negative significant bar was still round the middle portion of that at the moment. So this is our obviously overhead resistance in the near term still. So stage 2 level is up there around the 182 level at the moment. So still a little way below that at the moment, 22% to get back up to there in the near term. But if we come back into the daily chart here, so where am I? That's the week 182. So it takes us up into this kind of area at the moment. So it might be one of these levels through here. It's that one that caused the level. So we need to get back up into this range in order to potentially move into stage 2, and that will clear the top of this channel and its local overhead resistance, and its potential to start to move into stage 2 then. But at the moment we are still in stage 4 and what we call stage 4 minus. So it's a minus once it gets back above its 10-week moving average or a 50-day moving average on the daily chart here. So that means that it's obviously starting to show some near-term strength, and with the stage 4 minus we look for a run towards the 200-day moving average in the near term, which it did obviously very strongly in most of it in a single day there. So we'll see how this reacts on the start of the week with obviously the geopolitical events that are going on. We've got this near-term resistance areas here that it's within at the moment, so and then the bottom of the bar. So ideally want to see it not really drop much below this 140 area at the moment, consolidating here. But if it does drop a bit further off there, then the 50-day moving average and the 21-day crossing. So ideally we'd want to see it start to consolidate somewhere in this kind of area. Potential for it to then start to turn back up again. So, in terms of the semiconductor group, if we come onto the charts, as you can see we had a continuation breakout to new highs this week. So it has been a particularly strong group since the April low back in 2025. Been running higher in stage 2, did start to pull back in, start to move potentially to stage 3 here. But you can see the strongest close by a long way with last week's move. So at the moment, a potential back in stage 2 on a continuation for the semiconductors there, and the broader group, semiconductors and equipment, also doing the same kind of thing. Next up is PLTR, so Palantir Technologies. So this is a potential spring attempt at the moment. We've got some stopping action. The software group as a whole took a really hard hit over the last few days. So there was some comments out on Friday that caused this to base a little bit, and we did see some of the other software stocks attempting to hold up a bit here. So you can see started to come back through the recent swing low here, but at the moment in terms of its base here, you've got a local selling climax automatic rally, so it's only in secondary sort of test position from a broader structure. From here obviously we'll be looking for some kind of rebound, but these two are clearly some strong negative significant bars, so sort of a midway point on that is always a good point to watch with these kind of things. And you can see the 50-day moving average is actually coming in at a similar area as well as the 21-day moving average. So if it does rebound back up through here, then we'll obviously be looking for, there might be some near-term resistance in the 140 to 145 area, but obviously the whole group has been very weak recently, and this, if we look on a weekly chart here, it has been rolling over in stage 4. So it's been breaking down into stage 4 since the later part of January. So I'll put the stages background on, give it a little bit more context here. So you can see, just zoom in a little bit on this, pull it over so you can see the chart here. So this is your stage 4 breakdown level here. So we had an initial break lower, obviously it's rebound back to the secondary entry point on the short side, so it started to roll back over and has obviously pushed strongly lower back to here. So we're now back at another area of support. So again, significant bar last week, so midpoint also on that is a area to watch in the near term, and obviously overhead resistance from the top of the range. So a minimum you want to see it recapture that in order to be a potential sort of bottom within this local base structure here, and you could obviously form a double bottom, could start to rebound back again. But as you can see, this obviously is a big move after a huge stage 2 advance. So we moved strongly higher in stage 2 over the last few years with this. So now starting to break down into stage 4 from this obviously big head and shoulders top here. So it could just as easily rebound and obviously roll strongly down to the downside there. So definitely one to keep an eye on at the moment. There's obviously a major player in the markets and has become one of the mega caps of the last few years. So